Hey, what's going on, YT? It is your girl TheLeaRae, and I want to thank you for clicking on the video. So,
get out the way. Who got a watch? Who got the time? I'm racing the clock. Even in my feelings, grind don't stop. Got big dreams, want big rocks.
I wanted to come on here and do a video about sinking funds because I probably get the most questions on YouTube and in my real life when it comes to sinking funds. Some people have never even heard of the phrase sinking funds, but it is so effective that I had to come share this with you. I started sinking funds when I went on my journey to pay off all my credit card debt. I did have a few $1,000s that I wanted to pay off, and I guess it was around, I don't know, somewhere between $3,000 and $4,000 or $3,000 to $5,000 that I wanted to pay off, and I decided that it was time to go ahead and just knock it out the game. And I know that's not like a lot of credit card debt because you have some people who are like $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 in credit card debt, but it doesn't matter. And I say that to say to you, it does not matter how much credit card debt you have. If you want to pay it off, you need to make that decision and start putting things into effect to pay it off. Start doing your research. Now, I didn't get this from Dave Ramsey. I just got this from the internet because I have never read a Dave Ramsey book, and I never even started looking up Dave Ramsey until after I had like paid off all my credit cards and stuff, and I heard people mention it, and then I was like, oh, okay, so this is where this came from, so this is where that came from. But like, I just heard sinking funds just being on YouTube in the planner budget community because that's a whole different section of YouTube, and I saw people doing sinking funds. I saw people doing the snowball method to pay off their debt, and I just started emulating what they were doing, and I wound up being able to pay off debt and actually save so much money yearly for the things that I knew were coming around. And I have since even expanded my sinking funds to other categories. So I got it straight from YouTube. Now, where they got it is where they got it from. But I did, again, learn that a lot of this stuff did come from Dave Ramsey. So I wanted to show you guys exactly how to do sinking funds because I feel like sinking funds is explained, but it's never really shown. You get what I'm saying? And I want to break it down so that you know exactly how to do it. And then from there, you can customize your own sinking fund plan. Here we go. The first thing you're gonna need, and I'm gonna keep it real basic, laugh if you want. Number one, you're gonna need some envelopes. Now, I'm gonna be showing you this with only one category, but you add as many categories as you like, okay? Now, I'm gonna be doing, again, one envelope. You need something to write with. And if you want a notebook, if you wanna keep like track of this, keep accurate, like super records, like super detailed records, you know, you're gonna have to figure that out on your own. You're gonna have to customize it to your liking. But I just got a random note card. I'm gonna use this as my paper, my notebook, or whatever. And then last but not least, you need a job. And I said what I said, okay. And we're gonna leave it at that, period. You need a job. All right, so let's get to it. Now, I'm gonna focus on Christmas because we are in the perfect spot to start saving for Christmas. Now, most people get paid bi-weekly, okay? I work in the great state of Alabama, and I am an educator, and we get paid once a month, okay? But most people, most jobs pay bi-weekly, right? So if you think about it, it's the end of August. We got September, October, November, December, and probably people are gonna, let's say they get paid on the 1st and the 15th, right? So that is 8 paychecks, right? So 2, September, October, November, December. Let's say you're getting your last paycheck before Christmas on December the 15th, right? 8 paychecks, okay? So sinking funds come after your budget. So after you've paid all your essential bills, okay, and all that's taken care of, sinking funds come from what you have left over, okay? So pay your rent or your mortgage, pay the light bill, pay your internet bill, pay your cell phone bills, all that kind of stuff. Put money into your savings account. Okay, I don't care how much it is. If you put in $10 in your savings account, or if you put in $10,000 in your savings account, whatever you got set up, this comes after your budget and after all your essentials are taken care of. Okay, let's say that after you get done doing all that stuff, you have, let's say you got $500, okay? The amount that you have left over is what's going to determine your sinking fund and how much you can put into it, okay? So if you got $500 left over, let me write on the back of this. Okay, you got $500. You have to then subtract some money for gas, right? So say you got a small car, like when I was on the Honda, y'all, $20-something to fill up, okay? So say you gonna spend to the next 2 weeks, say you gotta put gas in your car every week, right? So you gonna spend $60 on gas. So $60 on gas leaves you with $440, right? Okay, so now you got $440. Let's pretend that you already like did your groceries or whatever, or let's not. Let's say that you're gonna spend the next 2 weeks, say you're like a single person, okay? And you're gonna spend $120, $60 a week on groceries, right? So minus 120, okay, that's gonna leave you with $320, right? Okay, so you got $320 left over. Now, you like to go out to eat, you know? Let's say you like to go out to eat, maybe catch a movie, or, you know, maybe do a little shopping or whatever. So let's go ahead and subtract. We're gonna say, like, I don't know, another 150. So 100, that'll leave you with 220. Okay, and then another 50, so that's 20 and 30, that'll leave you, so minus 50, that'll give you the 170, okay? So say that's all you need for like your gas and your entertainment, right? So you got this 170 left over. This is not set in stone. If you want to take your sinking funds off the top, you can, but this is just an example, okay? Because I actually take my sinking funds off the top, and then whatever I have left over is what I use for my fun, play money, okay? But it just depends on your hierarchy. You know what I mean? Some people going out to eat to a nice restaurant is a big deal for them because they are I'm a huge foodie, but like going out to eat right now, listen, we got 2 kids, I got a baby, okay? Okay, like it's like a whole thing when you want to go out to eat. You gotta find a sitter and all this kind of stuff. So that's not like at the top of my list. So I don't mind taking my sinking funds off the top than whatever I got left over, because that's how fun fits into my life right now. Not saying that my everyday life is not fun, but you know what I'm saying, like going out and all that kind of stuff, we fit that in where we get it in, you know, get in where you fit in, I mean. So it just depends. So if, like I said, if you want to take sinking funds off the top and then use that rest of the money to do, you know, your random miscellaneous purchases, then do that. If you want to do it in this way, then do that. It does not matter. Do it how you want to do it. But I'm just giving you an example, okay? So say you got $170 left over, and that's just for sinking funds. Let's say that's for sinking funds, okay? I'm only gonna do one category. Now, say that you wanna spend, okay, Christmas is coming up. Say you wanna spend $500. You got Christmas coming up, and you wanna spend $500 on Christmas for gifts, okay? My pen is running out. All right, the next thing you need is a calculator. Of course, I'm gonna have a calculator like this because I teach math. And we don't even use these calculators anymore, but I don't even know where this came from. Come on now. Okay, there we go. You're gonna take this $500. You're gonna do 500, and you're gonna get 8 paychecks. So you're gonna divide this by 8, okay? So now go to your calculator, okay? 500 divided by 8 equals $62.50. So we're gonna round that up to about $63, okay? So that means that every time you get paid, you need to withdraw $63 from the bank. So you're not gonna get 65, and you're not gonna go and get a $100 bill. No, you're going to get $63. So give me 320 and 3 singles, okay? And then every single time you get paid, this is per paycheck, you are going to put $63 in your Christmas envelope, okay? So you literally go into the bank, Okay, pull up to the drive-through. When they ask you how you want your money back, you tell them I want 320 and 31. Okay, so then let me get some money. You gonna take that, whoops. If you don't gotta do 320s and 31s, you understand that, right? You just have to have $63. But since I said that, that's what I'm gonna use, okay? So 320s, 20, 40, 60. 1, 2, 3. So you're gonna take that $63. You're gonna literally put it in the envelope. And then you're not gonna touch it, okay? And then when the next month rolls around, the next paycheck, what you do, you're gonna go to the bank, you're gonna withdraw $63, and you're gonna put that $63 in here. Then, by the time you get to the 15th and you put that last $63 in here, you will have saved $500 for Christmas. Okay, so it doesn't have to be $500. It could be $1,000. It could be whatever your budget allows you to do. Okay, and let me tell you something. Like I said, it don't got to be $500. You could start with a small amount just to get the ball going. Say you didn't want to do that. Say you wanted to just save $20. Okay, well, what's $20 times 8, y'all? 2 times 8 is 16, add to 0, that's $160. You could save right now $160 for Christmas that you wouldn't have saved had you have not started saving with sinking fund or with the concept of sinking funds now. Okay, so you can literally use this for anything. I use it for Christmas. I use it for our anniversary. I use it for our birthdays. I use it for the tags on my car in general. I use it, what else do I use this for? My taxes, because I'm gonna always have to pay something for my taxes. I use it for, what else do I use it for? Did I say Father's Day, Valentine's Day? Just everything, y'all. Everything that rolls around every single year is what I use it for, okay? Now, you don't only have to use it for things that roll around every year. You can use it for bottomless things. Like, for instance, my favorite car in the entire world, is a Jeep Wrangler. And not the new one, the old ones with the manual shift and the 100% like, what do they call it? I forgot what they call it. Like mechanical. All the parts are mechanical on that. So it's not like electrical or anything like that. I'm talking about that old, anywhere from that year of 89 to 91, like looking rugged Jeep Wrangler, okay? So I already did the research. I know that they're gonna cost around $5,000. So I have a sinking fund for that, okay? Now, that goal is set to $5,000. So that doesn't come around every year, but I do dump money into it. And the goal for that particular one is $5,000. So whereas these have a yearly amount and a dollar amount goal, that one does not have a yearly amount because I'm not pressed to get that by a certain time, which isn't really good because that's not really a smart goal, but it is what it is, okay? So I'm just dumping money in there. You get some extra money, you could dump, whatever. And that's another thing. Like, you want to continue with the $63 every time you get paid. But if at the end of, like, it's coming towards the end of your pay period and you still got like $100 and that was supposed to be like your miscellaneous spending money, dump it in your sinking fund. You'll reach your goal faster. Now, remember, we said that we had $170 left over from this paycheck. So what you would do is, if you wanted to add more categories, okay, you would take $170, subtract the 63, and you would say, oh, okay, I got $107. Now, what other sinking fund do I want to start? Say you wanted to start one for Valentine's Day. Well, how much money do you want to have by the time Valentine's Day rolls around? Okay, and then say you come up with that amount. Say you want to have, I don't know, like $150. Okay, so we stopped at December, January, February, right? Now, say you get paid on the 1st and the 15th, right? February.
All right, y'all, the video cut off for a second. I will be back shortly, but what I was trying to say is that if you wanted to start a sinking fund for Valentine's Day, that would change that 8 paychecks to 11 paychecks. So you would have 11 paychecks until you got to February, because your last paycheck would be February the 1st, because if you got paid on the 1st and the 15th, you would want to have all your Valentine's Day money before Valentine's Day, so you can't use that 15th check. So if you take that $150 and you divide it by 11, you get $13.63, which we're just going to round up to $14.
So what you're going to do, you're going to go to the bank and you're going to take out $14. Okay, now let me show you how to do this. If you know you need $63 for Christmas and you need $14 for Valentine's Day, right? This is what you do, because you're gonna have more envelopes. So you would start with, like, if you like $100 bills, I particularly don't be wanting no $100 bills, but you would do, see, I would just do 50s, 20s, 10s, 5s, and 1s, right? So I say, okay, I need $63 for Christmas. So I'll do 20, 40, 60, 1, 2, 3, okay? Then for Valentine's Day, I need $14. So I'll do 110 and 4 singles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? And I will keep doing this for every single sinking fund that I had. And when I go to the bank, this is what I give the teller, because they're going to ask you if you want it back a certain way. Yes, I want it back a certain way. And you could just slide them your tally sheet. Okay? So again, you get paid. You take that to the bank with you. And then you take out $14 for Valentine's Day. Stick it in your envelope, and now you just made a Valentine's Day sinking fund, okay? And you just keep doing this until you have all the categories that you want to have accounted for, y'all. And that is sinking funds in a nutshell. So now that I've broken it down for you, I hope that you really consider starting your sinking fund now. And it does not matter what your financial situation is. You can start a sinking fund with $1, y'all, okay? And then if you got more than $1 to spare, start it with a little bit more. It does not matter, because just think, if you start saving now, Christmas will be less of a burden on you. If you start saving now, Valentine's Day will be less of a burden on you now. If your birthday is in July and you start saving now, you're gonna have birthday money to blow, and you're not gonna even feel it from your paycheck, because you will have been saving for an entire year, y'all. So no matter what it is that comes around yearly for you, if you want to save for a large purchase, I know a lot of ladies are into designer bags, and you know them Louis V bags run you a few thousand. Go ahead and start you a Louis V fund, okay? And you can say, every time I get paid, I'm gonna put $25 in my Louis V fund, and when I get to the $3,000 I need to buy my Louis V bag, I'm gonna buy that Louis V bag. If it's stuff that you don't want to pay for right away, if it's stuff that's super pricey, start a fund, y'all. Start your sinking funds now. Trust me and thank me later. Until next time, people. Peace.
All the time.